So imagine what bad science might yield. Science directed for profit and population control by the military, medical, petrochemical, pharmaceutical cartel.
Billy. She was one of the first ones infected. What's E1101? It's an experimental antiserum from Yale Virology. I figured it might be worth a try. I read the journals. I haven't read a word about E1101. Where'd you get it, Billy? You know I can call Yale in a second. Damn it, Sam. I want to save these people same as you. I'm using everything in the arsenal. We have to work together, Sam.
Are we?
Are we what?
Are we working together, sir? Oh, shit.
Don't waste your time making phone calls, Sam.
So Cook, in his exciting book and film, told the truth about the CIA's release of this microbe.
You hear me, don't you guys? I'll say it one last time. These people that you're gonna bomb are not the enemy. We can kill the virus without killing these people, and I swear to you on my soul that the President of the United States does not have the facts. He does not know that we have a serum that is working. Do you really think he wants to blow up the town? Oh, Christ, guys, if you think I'm lying, drop the bomb. If you think I'm crazy, drop the bomb. But don't drop the bomb just because you're following orders. What you haven't been told is that your superiors have another agenda. Don't you understand that right below you in Cedar Creek, there's a biological weapon that they've been manufacturing illegally for the last 30 years? Hey, I guarantee you that the disease is spread beyond the perimeters of this town.
People, we're in a state of national emergency.
But the biggest bestseller, The Hot Zone, by author Richard Preston, was different. Extremely dishonest. Author Richard Preston was paid by the Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, among the cancer industry's largest benefactors, intimately tied to the Rockefeller family's influence, to present easily proven deceptions. Preston reported that Ebola emerged from bat guano at the bottom of a deep, dark cave in southern Sudan. The fact is, this is very close to where Litton Bionetics' labs operated, testing these precise agents on native Africans. Here, for close examination, is the exact experiment administered by Litton Bionetics in 1965 and ending in 1970, precisely timed for the first Marburg virus outbreak. This NCI document refers to John Landon, chief scientist at Litton Bionetics, overseeing the experiment. Notice that at least half of the rhabdovirus simian-infected monkeys died or were transferred. The ones that lived were transferred to the vaccine production labs for vaccine production. This is how the first Marburg virus outbreaks occurred. Since that time, every single Marburg virus outbreak, as well as Ebola virus outbreak, has either been associated with a bioweapons lab accident or an intentional release for terrorism's objectives, political or financial gain. But not according to America's leading outbreak journalist, Laurie Garrett. In her bestseller, The Coming Plague, she neglects Litton's links and dismisses the CIA biological weapons contributions to these outbreaks as though she too were on the Rockefellers' payroll. It should be noted that these unnaturally evolved, man-made viruses are far less genetically stable. They are more fragile. They mutate more rapidly than naturally evolved viruses. That's why when the second Marburg virus outbreak occurred in southern part of Uganda in 1975, many scientists suspected foul play by the CIA, since the genetic sequence of the 1975 strain was essentially identical to the 1968 strain. The only explanation for this fact remains: refrigeration. From my perspective, the least trustworthy bioterrorist in Hollywood is CIA operative Steven Seagal. This propagandist and egomaniacal opportunist produced the movie The Patriot at my expense, merging emerging viruses, AIDS and Ebola, and my third bestseller, Healing Codes for the Biological Apocalypse, into one screenplay. Instead of professionally crediting me, Seagal falsely credited the last Canadian for his information. Seagal boasts of his CIA alliances. In The Patriot, he spun my character together with an admitted CIA operative named Larry Wayne Harris, who I exposed in the late 1990s as a bioterrorist threatening the public's health. Harris was later arrested for acquiring anthrax spores.
Everything changed on December the 7th, 1941, with the attack on the U.S. Navy at Pearl Harbor by Hitler's Japanese allies. Now, instead of telling Hollywood to keep quiet, the U.S. government began pushing them to fulfill their duty and make patriotic war movies.
The motion picture industry today is supplying without charge all its newest and best feature films to the U.S. War Department Overseas Film Division.
The movies were a tremendous propagandistic tool during this time. They set up camps for the soldiers to come back in where movies were shown 24 hours a day because that impressed the soldiers with what they were fighting for.
It was the beginning of an unprecedented alliance between Washington and Hollywood. While 6 million Jews died in Europe, their kinsmen in Hollywood were churning out patriotic movies that helped galvanize the Allies to defeat Hitler.
Calling the House Un-American Activities Committee to order, Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry. The committee is seeking to determine if Red Party members have reached the screen with subversive propaganda.
To the mogul's surprise, powerful men in Washington saw Hollywood's patriotism as nothing more than thinly disguised communism. Now, at the height of their success, the Hollywood Jews watched their dream fall apart.
The question of communism is in no way related to this inquiry, which is an attempt to get control of the screen and to invade the basic rights of American citizens. Mr. Chairman. It's not denied to any committee of this sort to invade the rights and privileges and immunities of American citizens, whether they be Protestant or Methodist or Jewish or Catholic, whether they will compromise or leave my affiliation with the American public, and they will know where I stand, as they do from what I have written. Stand away from the stand. For Americanism for many years, and I stand away from the stand.
Are you now? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
Your purpose is to use this to disrupt the motion picture industry, to invade the right not only of me, but of the producers, to their thoughts, to their opinions, and this I will not permit. No.
The statement of a real American.
To appease HUAC, the moguls instituted a blacklist of studio talent. Years before, they had fled European anti-Semitism. But now in America, they became collaborators, helping anti-Semites rid Hollywood of Jewish intellectuals. In effect, they had surrendered control of the industry.